Throughout my career, we've definitely noticed that women and minorities are underrepresented in production music.
When I was 18 years old, I was invited to apply for an audio engineering place at LIPA, which is the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts. And when I was in the interview, they said to me that I was the only girl who had applied for that course. And it just put me off, and I ended up rejecting that offer.
With the 100% Her mentorship scheme, I really just want to listen to what their challenges are and really help them refine their skills.
The thing that I'm most excited about in terms of the mentorship is really helping with everything that the writer needs, whether that be feedback at early stage demos, advice on the kind of writing side of things in terms of the way that it actually works for picture, all the way through to production and mixing and really kind of everything and anything in between.
I can sit down and actually help the mentees construct how a song would be for TV and film, but also, which I think is really important, is looking at the mixing aspect, which is something that takes years and years of experience and skill to develop. And I'm hoping that we can accelerate that process by sitting down, just picking apart what makes a song sound so commercial.
My very first boss was a lady called Elaine van der Schoot, and she taught me everything creatively in terms of how to work with composers and writers and the joy of production music.
One of the most exciting things about production music is that you can spend a month or so writing the song, producing it, mixing it. It then goes off to the publisher, and then you might not know what happens to it. But just a couple of months ago, I was watching Love is Blind on Netflix, and my song starts playing at a focal point in that episode, and it was just one of the most amazing things.
It's actually a really good time to get into production music because it's a really growing industry and there's so much opportunity, there's so much types of content, online content's really growing and streaming, so it's not necessarily now thinking that you have to get into typical TV and film.
The most groundbreaking person for me, most groundbreaking female, it's got to be Madonna. She was a woman who just had no kind of appreciation or no boundaries or no limits to what she wanted to achieve, and she did what she wanted to do.
Two really influential females that have really helped me with my career. The first one is definitely my mum. She, is a musician herself, and I grew up hearing her showing me the songs that she wrote as a teenager.
My mum, she brought us up. My dad died when I was very young, so she was a very successful woman.
My mum, who has absolutely no musical skills whatsoever, but she listens to every single song that I write and produce, and she gives me honest feedback. My advice for any woman in music who wants to go into producing or songwriter is to just keep at it. All of that time that you are producing and mixing and writing, you are learning, you are developing. The opportunities will come. It's all about work ethic.
Everything that I do, whether it's regarding kind of rights, publishing, creative, production music, composition, music supervision, everything kind of comes back to music and picture and the relationship between music and picture.
One big piece of advice is write music for the content that you like to watch and that you know and understand. So if you're really into video games or if you're really into YouTube videos and influencer type content, try and listen to the music you would hear in that type of world.
You need to really be as tenacious as hell, go after exactly what it is and be clear about what it is that you want. And I don't honestly think that anything can really stop you if you've got that mindset.